Ellen's favorite thing at Fanny's of the Week. My name is Ellen. This week we're going to be taking a look at the much maligned Fender Acoustasonic Telecaster. But as you know, here at Ellen's favorite thing at Fanny's of the Week, we are steadfastly unbiased. Just the facts. Even though I know what a lot of people think about this, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to approach this like I'm an alien, because I am. The unplugged tone might not be the most complex acoustic sound in the world, but it does have a lot of volume, so it would be great for noodling or practicing, and you could record it and it would add that kind of pluck. I mean, it plays great. It's just freezing in here. Also, I like all the wood. I like wood on things. I think it looks pretty. I like it in my house. I like it on my guitars. Okay, I forgot what these positions are. I'm plugging it into this Supro. These are known for reproducing very accurate acoustic guitar tone. Ooh, I'm not giving this thing a chance. A lot of bass in the tone for a pickup that lives here. It's interesting. I am curious why, if it plays like an electric guitar and it has these electric guitar options like distortion, why you would use an acoustic style bridge. I'm totally bewildered why you would not choose to have adjustable saddles. Is it because they wanted it to have more acoustic resonance? Because I don't really care for the acoustic resonance of this guitar. I can't get my little squirrel brain around that. I know that smarter people than me worked on this guitar, but that's my first qualm. Qualm number one in the books. Too inspired by the tone of this pickup. I always miss pole pieces when I don't have them. I mean, it's pretty good. It is reminiscent of an electric guitar, that's for sure. Let's bring in the distortion. Let's do it slowly but surely. Harsh! Tone. I can't not hear that kind of like, that like honky mid-range thing that's happening. I'm not throwing it out. We have to remember there's a baby in the bathwater here. So far. Oh, if you can find a sweet spot with the tone knob. You gotta dig around a little bit for it, but you can find it. It's in there. In this particular setting, whichever one I'm on, in this particular setting, I have found a place to set the tone knob that sort of cuts off the top of that mid-range hump I was talking about. And all things considered, it's a passable acoustic guitar tone. I like the best is this one right here, one back from the front. Some usable tones out of that. Maybe you need to have an EQ pedal with this guitar. Hey, I have an amp with flexible EQ. Let's dial out some of these mids. Well, it's not quite the mids I wanted to dial out, but it helped a little. guitar, I feel I need to provide you with the context for the situation in which this guitar is ideal. Back when I was a full-time honky-tonker, I was obsessed with minimizing the amount of gear I had on my person, because sometimes I would have to park my car in Hendersonville and walk all the way downtown, and you just only want to have a guitar and an amp. You don't want to have to worry about a pedal board. So I got very good at manipulating my volume knob and my tone knob to get my different sounds, to get my clean tone, to get distortion, to get a softer sound for solo accompanying. And all I ever had to bring anywhere was a guitar, a cable, an amp, and a clip-on tuner. Very simple. Had I a guitar like this, in that scenario, where I occasionally had to back up someone on solo acoustic, I had to play rock and roll guitar solos with over-the-top distortion for like classic rock stuff, and I also had to play brighter tele-sounding stuff. This is not an instrument that does any of them spectacularly, but it does them all okay. If I was still a full-time honky-tonker, I would definitely consider a guitar like this. However, if I was a full-time honky-tonker, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So this guitar is a little baffling to me, considering the utility of such an array of features, and considering the price tag at the same time puts me squarely in Rigs of Dad territory. It doesn't put me in honky-tonker on a budget territory. But maybe that's the position you're in. Maybe you're a well-heeled musician in a cover band who has to carry their gear long distances and only wants to have one guitar so that you can play Hotel California and move on with your life. So, I don't know. Bless its heart. I give it 3 out of 5 Allens. Allen! Here at Fanny's House of Music, we also sell vintage clothing. These are Georgia Roper's new old stock Opryland boots. How cool! I just got new boots myself, so I thought it might be nice to compare and contrast. Well, they're extremely tall. I like the color. I grew! I'm taller, and I like that. You know, in the episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race where they have the drag queens like make up a dude who's not a drag queen? That's how I kind of feel in these shoes. They just feel like high heels and I feel like I'm not supposed to be in them. Just looking down at these boots, I wish that my feet were this size. I would feel more stable on the ground if my feet were this length. But let's just talk about the length that my feet actually are. A lot shorter. Look at this. How does anyone even stand in this? The tiniest hooves. This is a tag about the soles. Vibram soles were created in 1937 by Vitale Bramani, an Italian alpinist, after a fatal ascent in which the soles of the expedition shoes proved unequal to the harsh climbing conditions. A fatal ascent? He came back from the dead and made soles for his shoes. Thank you for watching Ellen's Favorite Thing at Fanny's of the Week. Tune in next week for me to have another favorite thing.